Hello and welcome to Lirone's Network, my weekly show. And today we are going to learn how to remember other people's names and why do I have to thank Lebron James. Join me and we'll learn all about it. Hello my friends and welcome to my show. My name is Lirone Glikman, I'm a business networking coach and speaker, and I help small business owners, entrepreneurs and career-oriented people from all over the world to achieve their goals through smart creation and management of their business relationships. And I'm very happy you joined me today because we're going to talk about a very important topic: how to remember people's names. Are you ready? It's going to be interesting. So, it's very important that you would know, my friends, that when you remember someone's name, it's gonna help you a lot in the business environment, same as the personal environment. Did you know why? Because we all love hearing our names. This is the sweetest sounds for us, as Dale Carnegie said way back. Remembering names, it's amazing because it makes the other person that we're speaking with feel so good about us. He feels comfortable, he feels rewarded, he feels great, and we are the source of this feeling. So he relates the fact that he feels good to us because we remembered his name. We actually took the time to concentrate about him and make him feel good. Now, there are good news and bad news. I will start with the bad news. The bad news is that it's not easy, my friends. It's not easy to remember other people's names. Don't expect it to be easy. But the good news are that there are plenty of ways and techniques to do so, and we're going to dive in and learn some of them right now. Are you ready? Let's start. The first way to remember people's names is come to this first meeting with someone with full intention to remember his or her name. Now let me give you an overview about what's actually happening when you meet someone new. You look at them, you see them, you use your sense of vision. You see their body language, their facial expression, you see what they're actually doing, and that helps you to assess if you like them or not. You hear what they're saying, you shake their hand and you feel the strength of the handshake and the length of it, and you can assess this person by that as well. So there's so many things going on and you actually expect to remember the person's name. It's hard. It's something that we definitely need to practice on, to actually use our eyes, ears, sense of feeling, and also memory and remember someone's name. And I can tell you about myself, when I met someone without full intention to remember their names, I never remember their names. And today, because I come with full intention, I can have 15 people in the class, up to 15 people, and remember each person's name because I'm focused and I have full intention to actually remember the person's name. So that's the first tip. The second technique is repetition, my friends. As Anthony Robbins says, repetition is the mother of skill. So repeat someone's name not once, you can do it twice or 3 times even, when you actually meet the person, in the middle of the conversation, and at the end of it. Now when you repeat the person's name, it also helps you remember the name and it makes the other person feel good. So you can say, "Hi, Tom, nice to meet you, Tom." And then during the conversation you can say, "Tom, you know, I really agree with what you just said," and keep it going. And at the end, "It was a pleasure meeting you, Tom." So repeat the names, it will help you to remember. The third technique is the business card sneak peek. Look at the business card when you get it and actually concentrate on the spelling of the name. Once you see the spell, it will help you to remember the name because our brain remember best through pictures. So once you spell it out, you actually help your visual memory to work better and remember the person's name. The fourth one is use visual picture, but not only visual picture of the name, unusual picture. Again, we remember through picture, through visualization. So try to take some person's name and create a picture which has some unusual traits to it so we remember it, but also associate with the person. So let me give you some ideas. Let's take Israeli names. I'm an Israeli and we have this 3,000 years old language that is it's nothing like any other language in the world almost. And our names are not really common, I would say the least. So I have a friend, her name is Ayelet. And you know how can you actually remember the name Ayelet? Imagine someone do like this and say, "I yell eat." Ayelet, Ayelet. Now you probably created this picture in your mind that would help you actually remember Ayelet. Now let's take another idea of association. Let's take if you just meet a lady and her name is Britney. So you can imagine her, this Britney, holding hands with Britney Spears. Okay, so you actually associate this Britney to the celebrity Britney Spears, and you create this unusual picture in your mind about both of them, which is maybe impossible for them to meet. And that would help you to remember Britney's name. Let's take another idea. If you meet a guy called Robert, I can hear two different words in the name Robert. I can take the part of Rob and extend it into a robot. Earth can be like Earth, so I can imagine a robot standing on planet Earth, and that's how I can actually remember this Robert. Another example is a guy named Tom. There is a guy named Tom, and it took me a while to remember his name until I just associated Tom. Every time I see him, I see the logo of Tom's shoes, and this is how I remember Tom's name. Another technique is basically ask, my friend, just ask. If you don't remember someone's name, ask, I'm sorry, I forgot your name, could you repeat what your name is? Now, the other person would feel good about it, because you know what it means? It means that you actually care. You actually find interest in this person and you really want to know his or her name. Now let me give you another technique, and this is also why I'm so ever grateful for Mr. Lebron James. Another technique is basically to discuss about your name. So my name is Lirone, and again, it's an Israeli name, Hebrew name. It's very unusual. So when people ask Lirone, what is it? So I basically tell them the story about my name, but of course you can ask. Sometimes people ask me, does your name has any meaning? And yes, my name has two words in it. Li means mine, and Ron means happiness. So the translation of my name is my happiness. Now, whenever I speak to people, mainly American people, they always say Lirone. It's like LeBron James. And this is how they actually remember my name. So LeBron, thank you so much for helping people remembering my name. So this is it for today, and I hope you get a lot of new techniques that will help you in the next event. Now it's your time to go out there and start remembering people's names. Now I want to ask two things of you. The first thing is write down just below this video what works for you. Do you have any ideas or any techniques that you find useful to remember other people's names? I would love to learn more from you. And the second request is to subscribe to my YouTube channel and subscribe, of course, to my mailing list so you can stay updated and get more cool and amazing and practical information about how to network your way to success. So I will see you next week, and until then, network your way to success. Bye bye.